Hi there. I wanted to talk to you today about the Lionsgate portal since it's coming up on the 8th. And today I'm recording this. This is the 6th. So the Lionsgate is, to some people, like the galactic new year. And even though people think it's 8/8, that's really the pinnacle of it. It's actually begins July 28th and goes up to August 12th. And every year I just feel a certain energy and power in this time of year. Whenever I get messages over the years of things shifting and changing, very often I get messages about August for years, like 20 years or more. There's something very potent about the Lionsgate portal. I'm just going to read you a little bit about it that I don't have committed to memory. About the significance of the Lionsgate portal. This is from a website called rush.com. So the Lionsgate portal is the moment when the sun in Leo is in alignment with the star Sirius, Orion's belt, and the Earth. And it happens when Sirius rises or becomes visible again due to the sun's yearly passing of the star. And why is it significant? Sirius, the alpha star of Canis Major constellation, is the brightest star in the sky and is astrologically considered to be as spiritual as the sun, or like a spiritual sun. It was an extremely important body to the ancient Egyptians, who referred to it as the goddess Sopdet. And they used the annual rising of this star to note when the Nile would begin its annual flood, feeding the land and bringing harvest and fertility. So you can imagine how huge that symbolism is if it's talking about your crops and your livelihood and the return of the water. In astrology, Sirius brings wealth and abundance, fortune and fame, very in alignment with Leo. And because of that and this alignment, it's an auspicious time to do manifestation. The breadth of the Lionsgate portal period is considered spiritually significant, but the peak falls on August 8th for a few reasons. The numerology 8/8 considered extremely powerful, and the fact that it is a very powerful combination, 2 8s. 8 is a power number in numerology, and a lot of the time it's somebody who does have a power to attract and bring and work for and acquire whatever they desire in abundance. So 8/8 is like doubling that up. Additionally, this date sees that the sun, this date sees the sun at the halfway point of Leo, a season associated with boldness and confidence. Of course, the sun's also the ruler of the sign of Leo. So in this moment, everything does seem truly aligned physically and spiritually. And aside from the vernal equinox, the 8/8 of the Lionsgate portal is regarded as one of the most powerful moments for manifestation in the whole calendar. Much like the ancient Egyptians, you could view the Lionsgate portal as a bringer of abundance. Consider it a time to break free from any habits that might be preventing you from your best self. So, we already looked at the new moon astrology, which was just a couple of days ago. And so that falls within this Lionsgate period as well. And there is a lot of Leo going on, right? The new moon was pretty close to the Lionsgate. It's the 4th. So it can still be felt up until then. Also, though, we have Venus in Leo right now. So that also accentuates even more the just the potency of your confidence and what you want to manifest. In order to manifest, there's a few little tricks that might help at this time. So you want to focus on the color yellow. You might want to wear yellow, or you could bring in some yellow flowers from your garden. You might want to wear certain gemstones. that are yellow. So you could think about amber, or you could have a nice piece of citrine like this. Yellow, of course, affiliated with the sun, but also the solar plexus chakra, which is your self-esteem, your personal power, and it can be also associated with Leo as well, because that sun, that personal power center radiating out of you, out of your core. So it's a good time. And maybe without knowing about the Lion's Gate at all, you can still feel like there's something in the air around early August all the time. So you might want to spend a few moments really thinking about, what do you want to bring through right now? What habits do you want to break or change? What limits do you want to release or set anew? Where can you feel yourself going? Where do you want to be in a year? What sense of aliveness and power can you tap into to bring you closer to the goals that you have? How can you really tap into your self-worth and self-confidence enough to know that you can bring or work for, manifest, let happen, attract? Doesn't matter as long as it comes to your life. How can you receive what you want? So they give a couple of little tips in this article about manifesting as well. There's so many things out there about manifestation. What I've noticed, and I think this article seems to embody this philosophy. So do if you listen to Esther and Jerry Hicks. You won't attract something that you don't resonate with. So we don't have to be in some perfect state. Like, if you have to be wealthy to attract wealth. You have to be perfectly loving yourself to attract love. No. But you have to be compatible to it, so that when it arrives and it's in your periphery, or it comes your way, or you have an offer, or something happens, you have to be able to say yes to it. So let's say I'm wanting to manifest love, but I've been alone and lonely and depressed. Do you turn away on the sidewalk if you see other people who are in love? Is it too painful to look at? If it is, then you're not ready. It'll be harder. You might still, if somebody comes towards you and they show you love and affection and appreciation, you might be scared. If you're still at that place, you might have a hard time. Doesn't mean it can't happen for you, but it might be a bit harder. So one way to help yourself manifest love is to notice other people with their loving moments, whether it's towards, doesn't matter who, it's just receiving love, and let yourself see it. Let yourself be moved by it. Let yourself feel happy for them. And also affirm that it's happening to me too. It's happening to me too. If it's wealth you want to manifest and you feel like, yeah, this is not going to happen because I work so much and I'm always broke, or whatever you feel, or you're behind in your debts, or there's things paperwork you don't want to have to do that would mean you get extra money, or you're avoiding something, there might be some legwork you've got to do that you're willing to put in, but you can still attract more abundance and finance to your life. And it doesn't always have to be the form of money. Think about what you actually need, because that could come to you in a different way than the cash for whatever it is. Somebody could loan you a car. Somebody could let you stay somewhere with them on vacation. Somebody could have extra points and give you a plane ticket. There's all kinds of ways the universe works. So think about more what you want the money for than I want money. But let's just read some of these other tips that they have. And I would say, like, if you want to, again, use this yellow symbolism or the stones just to help bring that energy to you even more. Their advice is to focus on aligning with the positive energy within yourself and heighten your awareness further to focus on the presence of the moon, stars, and planets. So see whatever you want growing so big that you can see it touching the moon and the stars. Believe it. You can then speak your manifestations out loud, silently, or write them down, focusing on the words of exactly what you are creating with your words. Yeah, it's very important how you word your manifestation. If you're making it sound like something like, hopefully one day, that's not manifesting. That's like setting you up to wait for one day. If you try to phrase things as if they're happening right now to you in the present, you know, my debts are paid. My soulmate is around me right now. Phrase it in the now as much as you can. And then try to be pretty specific what you want to manifest. I need X amount by this day, please, for this purpose. Whatever it happens to be. I want a vacation somewhere warm this January or February. And let things happen. Work for it, but let things happen. Continue to say or write it continuously until you believe that it has established a place in the physical world. I love that. If you say your affirmation, it feels like I'm saying what I want, but it doesn't feel real. So you have to keep saying it until it feels very real, as if you've created the energy and it's got some gravitas to it, and you're setting it on a shelf or something, or setting it before you. So I really love that idea of like, say it until it feels it has a physical reality. And then let all your expectations go and continue with your day. Believe whatever has manifested is or will be a reality. This is one of the hardest parts. People tend to obsess and obsess. So you have to, again, think of what you want, project it outwards, make it as big as you can, say it aloud until you feel like, okay, this feels real. Now, set it down, walk on, move on with your life. Don't think about it, because the act of obsessing about it and thinking about it and wondering if it's going to happen is worry and not trusting. And that doesn't work. That won't bring you what you need if you don't trust that somehow it can happen to you. Yellow crystals, citrine, amber, botanicals, herbs are ideal for manifesting. Citrine in particular is used to channel wealth, abundance, and good luck. That's what I picked. Alongside manifestation, it's also an ideal time for meditation. Yes. So, how are you going to use the Lion's Gate this year? What do you want to manifest? What can you affirm about yourself, about your life, about your capacities, about how you want to live, about what you're going to change, what your purpose is? How are you going to do it? Try to use this manifestation method and let me know what happens.